General Motors is in a hot seat this morning. That's because car gurus are up in arms on its most historical car, the Chevy Corvette. The company unveiled the new 2020 model during a live stream last night. Some of the big changes: the engine was moved to the middle of the car like a Ferrari. There's no manual transmission and little trunk space for those golf clubs. Let's look under the hood of this car with Yahoo Finance's resident car guru, Newman, and Greg Migliore, editor-in-chief of Autoblog. Guys, thanks so much for joining us. Greg, let me start with you. Your initial thoughts off of this mid-engine Corvette.
So I think the new mid-engine Corvette lived up to expectations. I think it looks great. It's a modern, striking design. I think the mid-engine configuration is really going to give Chevy the performance that it needs to compete with some really exotic car makers like Ferrari and Porsche. And the value here is the biggest takeaway for me. GM Vice President Mark Royce said the price is going to start at under $60,000 last night, which is tremendous for a mid-engine sports car.
So Greg sounds pretty big on the new Corvette. Rick, what's your take?
You know what I've noticed is critics like Greg actually love the idea. All the critics are saying, "Oh my God, you're going to be able to get Ferrari-like performance for about 1/5 of the cost." It's the Corvette fans who seem to be upset. So the diehard Corvette club, the people who join the clubs and have 6 Corvettes, they're the ones who are saying, "I'll never drive a mid-engine Corvette." And I think what's going on here is I think GM has an age problem. The average age of a Corvette owner is 63 for the hardtop and 67 for the convertible. That's way too high. That's almost the oldest age for any performance car. The average age of a performance car owner is 57. So Corvette is at the top, and by definition, if it's cool with old people, young people don't like it.
They want to get those Wall Street
Facebook problem.
They want to get those Wall Street bros into the new Corvette.
Absolutely. So that's what they're going for.
Greg, the Corvette is very much a halo brand to the GM overall, but to Rick's point, do they risk alienating a whole universe of people here?
Well, I think there's always risks, but I think the greater risk is actually doing nothing. And the type of value that they're going to be able to provide with this type of configuration, I really think it's the right move. I mean, you're looking at 0 to 60 at under 3 seconds, almost 500 horsepower. And of course, the design is very forward-looking. I think this is kind of a move that they would have regretted if they hadn't done it.
How important is it, though, to their bottom line and to the portfolio at GM?
It's important to their reputation. So this is a reputational, the Corvette is always a reputational win for Chevy. It really is, year after year, it is the most bang for the buck you can get for performance money. And by the way, it's okay to piss some people off in the car business with a controversial design. When you piss some people off, you turn some people on. And my prediction is that about half of those diehards saying, "I'll never drive a mid-engine Corvette," will actually love this one.
And Greg, why no manual transmission here?
Well, I think they could get more performance using a very sophisticated automatic transmission. That being said, I do wish they had found a way to get a manual into the new Corvette. That
Nobody
would
buys
certainly
them.
be cool.
Nobody buys the manual. Mark Royce told me that a couple of months ago.